Welcome back to Extravagant Fragrances, everyone. So I have a new fragrance here. It's another imported fragrance. This is called Amber Oudh. Amber Oudh, this fragrance, I had gotten a sample of this fragrance like years ago. And actually quite a few ouds. And I intended to revisit this fragrance and get it, to carry it on the website. So finally I have it. I actually have another Amber Oudh that I was actually selling, that was on special on Instagram. That one was a private blend of somebody else that gave it to me, and it's just, I don't think the person is going to be able to reproduce it again. It was just kind of one of those things, he just winged it and kind of blended it. But I don't think he quite remembers on how he put it together. This one, however, the best way I could describe Amber Oudh is, it reminds me of, honestly, it reminds me of the Saudi brothers. They come back, you know, you got your students of knowledge, they come back to the masjid and they come back with the expensive oud chips that most likely, you know, either they bought it or was, most of the time they're gifted to them. They bring it back and they burn it in the masjid, and I mean, the masjid that I go to is it's an old, really big building, and so when they burn this stuff, I mean, it just kind of like leaves a nice fragrance all over the entire place. A very distinct fragrance, something you're not gonna smell just anywhere here in the US. When it comes down to the raw material, the oud chips, the expensive oud chips, you know, I've spoken to fragrance manufacturers, and they even told me themselves that when it comes down to something like that, people in the East, they have first dibs on that. Right? They're the ones that they get it first before anyone else. And so a lot of times if you smell it, it's because somebody either they actually travel for these chips. They have a connect, you know, straight back to the farmer, and you know, they will break these chips down. They'll distill it down, and you know, until they get the actual absolute from, you know, from the fragrance, the essential oils, everything. And then what they'll do is they will sell it as, basically, they're crafters, if you will. In my opinion, that's really what they are. They're crafters, man. They craft this stuff, and it's a very niche market, you know. So the pure oud chips, like I said, it's a very distinct smell, very inviting, and it's very just a pleasant smell to be around. You know, a lot of times me personally, my experiences with oud is like when I would go to some of my brother's houses, you know, they would have gatherings, they would have dinners during Ramadan, and they would break out these oud chips and have them on the bakor burners, you know. And I'm talking like, I remember one brother, he had it outside. He had like a tent outside, and it was burning outside, and it was loud. Like, you could smell that stuff burning. So that's what the Amber Oudh smells like. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the fresh oud chips that are brought back from Saudi Arabia and the Middle East in oil form. That's kind of reminds me of. So the amber is kind of, let me see here. Honestly, I don't smell a lot of amber in this fragrance. It smells more of an imported oud chips from Saudi Arabia. That's what it reminds me of, mostly in oil form. So if that's what you're into, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for a concentrated imported version, check it out. Very reasonable price. It's a great value for what you get. Check it out in the import section on extravagantfragrances.com. Like this video, subscribe, and also I have the Instagram up now. So for those of you that are on Instagram, go ahead. I will leave a link down below. You can follow me there as well. Have a good one, everybody.